Testing 1, 2. All right. I think we're live on Twitch. I just want to make sure that it goes through YouTube. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, it's working. Wow, that was a quick update from Discord there. What's up, everybody? Ooh. I gotta pull up chat. There we go. Should be good for the quick reset here. Let me turn this on real quick. What's up, chat? I'm here. It's the end of the day, really. End of the day. Should be good. Oh, let me adjust this. Just adjusting the camera. There we go. Hooah! I'm here. All right, got some new toys. Look at the. I wasn't super prepared. I just got out of a meeting. So we just got out of a meeting. And yeah. Came straight over after the meeting. Opening new stuff. How's everybody's day been? I know Luca's not on today, so I was like, you know what? After the meeting, I have some downtime. So let's do some streaming, shall we? Shall we? So I grabbed this from the game store. Oh, these are just extra packs. Grab this from the game store real quick. Just a little wet palette, because I've just been using not a wet palette. So just wanted to make sure. I'm checking our stuff. There we go. Oh, bubbles. There we go. You like that, chat? Just a little bubble ASMR. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh, I got a text message. I did not. But it's Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Nice. So I got to get used to this a little bit. Will I use one of these? Yeah. But yeah, what's everybody doing today? I know Rondo, new day was yesterday. She seemed to enjoy that. I have some cool stuff I guess I can show you today too. With some ReaperCon stuff, maybe, possibly. Don't judge me, I've never used one of these before. So you just get it wet. I guess you don't want to get it too wet. I might have put too much water in here. How do you know if you put too much water? Hi, Turgeon. Does it kind of lightly float or what? How do you know how much water to put in this bad boy? I guess you just want to get it. Okay, yeah. Okay. It was floating. I did have a little bit too much. It seems to be doing fine now, though. You just want to get it wet? All right, new supplies, new things. So what have I ordered recently? So I have the airbrush in here. I'm going to get that set up sometime soon. So I'll have a airbrush set up in here. I got my visor coming. And then there was something else I was thinking of. I was in the game store the other day and I saw like meta glasses. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like, I wonder if you can stream. I mean, obviously you can stream with them, like on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that. But I'm wondering if you can get that as a capture device to be streamed with. So when you're painting, you can swap to the meta view, like the meta glasses view. So it's like right there. Oh, wait a second. Oh, you're supposed to, okay. You see, I just put the paper in there with no sponge. This is the sponge. I got it. I was like, I knew something was off. See, this is what happens when you have a noob try to do this. My first time ever using one. And so now I need to get the sponge wet. Okay. That's why my paper was floating. And I literally just got out of the meeting. So I rushed over here after grabbing some stuff, which I'll show off right now. There we go. This makes a lot more sense. Nice. So I got some green stuff for the table. Just in case. Because I'm trying to turn this into a crafting space, which I think it's going pretty well so far. But so I have this just to be able to sit around. And then this thing is, so I have the Reaper bucks for ReaperCon. If you want to see them. These are the 100 and 300 Reaper bucks. But these are the $300 nut bucks because of the squirrel. And then we have the 100, we're calling them puppy pennies or dog dollars. So these are the Reaper bucks for this coming year. So saw those and grabbed those. And then this thing is really cool. Actually, you know what? I'll talk about these first. So I grabbed 2 of them. These are the 2 that I grabbed. But here's an example of what will be some of the gravestones that were getting made for the cemeteries, the graveyards. And so these are 2 of the tombstones. You can see here. I like the design on the one on the left. I like the design a lot. This like spiral design down the edge. It's pretty neat. But these spikes were designed for the foam that the graveyards are made out of. Let me grab something over here. No. So the pink foam. So you can grab this. So whenever people get their tombstones and then paint them and then bring them to the graveyard, we can just stick them into the foam. The pink styrene foam that the cemeteries are made out of. With all the terrain and stuff on them. So that way we don't have to glue them and things like that. But it comes with these little spikes. So we can just go whoop and just stab them in. And they're good to go. That was a little design choice there. So we'll see how they go. Here's just 2 of them. So I grabbed the 2 that I saw. There's going to be a few more and some bigger ones. So there's going to be some bigger ones and stuff too. But little sneak peek that I grabbed as well when I was looking at them is this is next month's promo. We'll probably talk about this on Reaper Live tomorrow, but this is next month's promo. It's called Knighthood, and obviously he's getting knighted, and so when I was grabbing the tombstones and stuff, I was like, oh, cool. What can I grab to paint in the studio? I don't know if I'll paint these, but I just wanted to show them off, especially because we'll probably show them off tomorrow. But I like these cool little vignettes. Ron's been on his little vignette phase recently. But so we had the burglar last month, or this month, sorry, this month. And then now we have knighthood. This month. So really enjoying. This is my birth month in July, so I'm really excited for this promo. But I was talking to Janae about painting, and, you know, I think I could do like a nice purple gradient. Like, this would be good to practice blending on for me, since that's kind of what I've been practicing recently. So, yeah, you don't hear anyone complaining about vignettes. Oh, yeah, I wasn't complaining. I was just, that's just what he's been on. But his arms come separately. So his arms and sword come as a separate piece, so you can paint him. He has the Lord Farquaad berries and cream haircut, but when you glue him in, he's... Whoop, there we go. He's kneeling down. Why are you out of focus? There we go. His helmet's down. Am I missing some color? Oh, I'm missing a light. Hold on. There we go. Just a little bit more light coming from that side. And for today, I'm going to continue on my Batgirl because, you know, I just need an excuse to come and paint. Oh, I meant to grab black gloves from Mr. Janae. I need to order some from Mr. or I have them in my cart. I just haven't ordered them. Okay, I need to position myself correctly. Have fun, Quindy. So, now that Quindy's gone, no, I'm just kidding. I can also talk about, maybe not talk about these, but I can showcase these a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. Confidential. Top secret. What colors are in here? Just seeing if there's any. Ooh, dragon turtle teal. Top secret. I might try to use some of these on something coming up, but little super secret. We'll be sending some of those to Anne and stuff too. It might pertain to why Anne was here. All right, what do I need to do? What was I doing? Oh, I was working on my blending. And so I was using blonde hair blending with burnt orange brown. Top secret. Maybe we'll pull some out and try to do some stuff with them. See how they go. Let's put out a little bit of blonde hair. And this brown. Is the Reapercon Cemetery going to also have an in memoriam section? I guess it could. I don't see why we wouldn't, but like, who would we put there? I don't know of anybody that... I guess we could leave it open for people to write, like, lovely in memoriam notes, too. I think. Whoa. So, what is there a way to know if your wet palette is too wet? Like if it's too... But yeah, on the in memoriam part, I don't see why we wouldn't. It sounds like a great idea to have a part of the graveyards. It makes, I mean, it's thematic. Get that paint ASMR. Oh, I think my paint wasn't mixed well enough. All right, where's the brush I was using? There we go. So it was to get a glaze. Haven't there been several people who passed since Ed, either regular Reapercon people or past employees? There was Matt, passed away a couple years ago. Last year we did an in memoriam to Kathy, and no, Ed and Kathy passed away the same year. We did Greenwood, Greenwood last year. Is that the only in memoriam we had? I can't remember. I'll put this to the side. All right. Here we go. Getting my adjustments ready. All right, so I was glazing this bad boy. I was glazing this direction with blonde hair. I might do another burnt orange. What's going on? Why is this having a hard time today? That's not what I wanted to happen there. Yeah, it is hyperactive. It's having a hard time. For some reason, this orange brown is not doing what I want it to do. I do have a paint shaker right here. I have a vortex mixer, but I don't know if it's like, maybe you got to do it for a little while, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. I mean, it's shaking pretty violently over here. But this is also my first time using a wet palette, so. All right. Blonde hair. I turned the paint bottle over on its side and upside down. Okay. I just did upside down just now. Oh, come on, man. The camera's having a really hard time focusing today. Hi, Torok. I need that burnt orange again. Just try to make a glaze out of this orange brown. Burnt orange brown? No. I might turn the autofocus off and then manually focus it. All right, it's off. It's off. All right, so this is where I'm going to be holding it, like this. I'm going to try to order the same lens that Luca has. Luca's lens is incredible. Maybe. Here, let's look. So I took the paint, right, and you put it here, and then you kind of slowly water it down. All right, I'm turning autofocus back on. Is that not thin enough? Start at the light point, okay, and then drag the paint into the dark. The direction you drag the brush is where the most paint will deposit. Okay, so when you're glazing with a darker paint, okay, so you want to start where the peak is. Your paper's too wet? Okay. Is there a way to solve that? Whoa. Or is there not a way to go back? Get like a new paper and try again? Or is it just the sponge is too wet? Well, all of that paint is diluted now. I would start over. Okay. That's not too bad. The sponge is fine. Okay. You take your dark from light. Start at the lighter and opposite for the light. Yep, take your dark. Okay, so on my blonde hair, I would take my burnt orange glaze and start from where the highlight is and go towards the darker color. All right, so burnt orange. Or orange brown. Why do I keep saying burnt orange? I guess that's close, right? Oh, this looks better already. And I'm going to use a slightly bigger brush, I think. Just slightly. So you want to start at the peak and go down. Okay. That looks right on my nail to me. Okay. Nice. All right, so I got the orange-brown glaze. Now let's start glazing the other parts of the highlights. Oops. All right, I'm gonna take this out of the way now so I can focus on this. All right, there we go. Stay right there. Just mixing, making a glaze. All right, let's glaze this puppy. Why is it not focusing? I don't know what it's focusing on. Focusing on the lines on the mat. Yeah, that's slightly annoying. More than slightly, to be honest with you. Oh, come on. Yeah, I do need to figure that out. Oi. Oi, bruv. Let's see here. I was talking to Daryl, and he was talking about doing adding gloss sealer. He said that to add 1 drop of gloss sealer to my wash, and he said that normally helps the pigments from separating as much whenever you go to make your glaze. Yeah, Kara, look. I'm using a wet palette today for the first time. Interesting. Yeah, he was because I was showing him and talking about painting and stuff, and he said that it feels good. I mean, my paint, I think it's not going to dry as fast, obviously, right? That's part of the reason why you use it, I think. Is that the idea? So it stays wet longer, and it has moisture in it. But yeah, he said to add 1 drop of gloss sealer into your glaze when you make it. And that helps the surface tension of the paint. It helps the pigments from separating as much. But he said you gotta shake the devil out of it, because it separates pretty easily, he said. Yeah. As soon as I put too much water in it, and as soon as I put paint on it, it was like, it would just. So that's really funny. Why does this not want to? It's weird when I try to put the paint into the vortex mixer at a weird angle. It doesn't want to go. I'm gonna hit these little edges real quick with some white. I know. I don't know why this one's so frayed. Actually, it's not. Well, not now, but it is a little frayed now. Working on it. You're sculpting with green stuff? You mean this stuff? Got some. Got some for the table. All right, I want to start the purple, I think. Or should I do the finish like the pants? I kind of want to. Should I do a light blue glaze? Because I think I used marine teal for the pants. Marine teal. So I want to go with this one, I think. Oh, you're at Paint Club? Hey. Wait, is it 4 o'clock on a Wednesday? Oh yeah, you're right. What's up, Paint Club? Also, hey, Michael, look what I got. Look at that. Top secret. Confidential top secret MSP. I got a whole box of these bad boys. Ooh. Ooh, top secret. Listening to some people talk about these. And they said it's a night and day is what people, I say people. The people in the factory were talking about how this stuff is night and day. So maybe we'll use some right now. Why not? Come over to the dark side. I might do some green stuff sculpting. Who knows? I have it on the desk just in case. All right, let's see what this looks like. So this is Storm Chaser. There it is up here. It's pretty dark. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm just putting it on the pants. We're kind of like rebase coating her pants here. Storm Chaser blue. So I think the idea, right, dark to light. So we'll start with the base coat of dark blue. And then we'll mix it up with Surf Aqua to make it a little bit brighter. We'll glaze it. This might be a little too bright. We'll go marine, teal on the pants. Also, Surf Aqua. Kara, what color did you base coat the fur and the face and everything and the hands for yours? Let's see. Let me check. Let me see if this works. Let's see if I have it set up correctly. Yeah. BCA pink. Okay. You did that to the body. And then the white is where your like highlighting and glaze is. Oh. So BCA pink. Or blush. I have blush pink. I may have done linen white into the BCA pink. So linen white base coat and then BCA on top. Or I might do blush because I don't have BCA here, I don't think. Linen white. Do you know what color that is? Or what number? Do I have it out? I don't. Linen white. There's pearl white. Weathered. Leather white. 61. Oh, I have it out already. Oh, there it is, linen white. Thank you, Quindy. You know, one of these, you know, coming up soon, I'll start knowing all these colors. My desk is not too bad. I'm going to try to keep it, you know, pretty clean. You can see here. I just got stuff on it. All right, let's do a base coat of linen white on this bad boy. On. Oh. I need to order the lens that Luca has. Luca has a really good lens because he has good focal depth. I have asked him before what lens he has, but I don't know if it'll work with a Canon camera. I think he has like a 72 or like a 13 to 72 millimeter lens. Like his lens is really good. Yeah, I looked up the lens before. It wasn't too expensive. I mean, it is expensive, but it wasn't super, super crazy. But, you know, it'd be nice to look into. I just like the focal depth because the problem with these is that the focal depth is so shallow. So if I did not autofocus, like manual focus, you have to like be right on the dot. Otherwise, um, if you go up and down too much, it'll go out in and out of focus. See, like right here. This is autofocus though, but it's having such a hard time. It's driving me crazy. See, if I barely move, like this is just manual focus, but if I barely move down, it kind of goes out of focus. And if I go too tall, it goes out of focus. So you got to be just right. Goldilocks. See? I might have put it too. That's so annoying. I'm going to get I need a good solution for this. Like after watching Rhonda, like Rhonda's just using her phone and it looks incredible. It's up close, it focuses good. The depth of focus is really nice. But you know, Agents of Chaos. Chaos. Bruv. See? This is so frustrating. Really need to figure this out. Any word on Le Maggot Goldine? I have not heard anything. What has Ron said? Isn't that like a Proctor decision, I guess? I can ask in the meeting or just message Ron about it. Oh, I'm so kind of over it at this point. But I need to get it figured out. Just have to stay in the same position. Without approval. All right. So let's. So with the pants, you just highlight like where the highlights are going to be, like, or like, because this is my bottom layer, this darker blue. So if I want it to be lighter blue, and like you want to do it on like the little highlighted areas, or like I've seen people do it like where the body's touching. So I want to make a marine. I see yours, you kind of did dark on the top and light on the bottom on yours. So I should do that same thing. On the pants, I kind of put the lighter area where it is before it curves in. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to make a glaze, I think, right? This is a lighter glaze. And it's going to go this way. So with the glaze, you want to, you guys are saying at the end of your brush stroke is where the pigment should, that's where it's going to pool, or like. So you want to start your brush stroke. So let's zoom in here. The glaze kind of picked up on the edge of that highlight there. So for this one, I did this direction. So I started my brush stroke here. So the lighter of the pigment should be up here, and then I ended down here. So this is where it should be darker, right? Yep. Okay. It seemed to do that. I can see a little bit of a gradient. And so now, if I wanted to do that going the other way, I make a glaze of the opposite color, or a mixture of the two. And go the opposite direction? Or no, this direction. All right, let's go back. It's too close. Okay, I like it. All right, I think my white's dry. So Kara, you said you did a base coat white, and then I guess for the pink, for blush pink, You go over it. Ah. You base coated pink. I thought you said you base coated white, linen white, and then pink. But I guess I should have just base coated pink, huh? You base coated everything in burgundy wine, though, right? Yeah, pastels, blues, Caucasian skin tones, and some greens override the burgundy layer after it's applied. Okay. I put too much paint on my brush there. So if you put too much paint on your base coat, do you, like I just took off a bunch of the paint and then now I'm just kind of pushing it around so it helps cover it. If I put too much, you can kind of tell if it's all blobbed up. I think the next model I do, I'm going to like base coat everything first instead of going section by section. At least just get the base of every section down first, and then slowly work on it. Block out the colors first. I think that will help my brain a lot. But I do like working section to section because you get a, for me, in my brain, I get a section that's like, once it gets complete, I'm like, oh, that looks good. Or not complete, but like highlighted. And once things start coming together, I'm like, oh, and then I get excited. But then I get deterred from going on to the next thing. Because then you got to go through that phase all over again. Something's happening whenever I tilt it. It goes out of focus whenever I tilt it. It's focusing on something else. Come on. I think there's too much paint right there. She's kind of looking like your axolotls. That's what she's kind of looking like to me. That's what I think of when I think that pink skin tone. Yeah, same colors. Okay. So once that dries, I need to touch up my robes again there. I'm gonna highlight the pants now. I'm gonna use Surf Aqua. Just gonna Surf Aqua the Surf Aqua. Nice. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, we have Reaper Live tomorrow, which I'll show off. Hopefully, if Run lets me, I'll show off the knight. Oh, we might have the other two factions. We'll have the other two faction models as well. I know Courtney put them in. He put them in. He showed off a few of them, but we should have the clear version of the knight, the skeletal knight, tomorrow. I'm sorry, the ghost knight. That'll be tomorrow. Bruh. I really gotta fix this focus thing, huh? The human fighter? Are you talking about for the Reapercon faction? The guy with the flaming sword? Okay, so the purple that I used on the... I used runic purple. No, I used eldritch purple, I think. So I think I'm going to glaze with runic purple on the cloth. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's try doing... Why is it... There we go. Glazing here. On the back of this might give me a good test to glaze the back of this or blend it. Or do I just highlight the purple? Gosh, where are you not focusing? Which one was brown? We'll do runic purple. I would try to get a more solid base coat. Okay. Let's do that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to do that. Are you talking about on the back of this? Yeah, I can see the pooling of the black there. One more pass. All right. I can do it on the back. I don't know about doing it on the front. I'm a little scared. Just because of all the detail that I've done on the front. I don't want to accidentally touch it. But hey, it's paint. It can be fixed, right? Don't be scared. do need to figure out this paint solution, or this focus solution, though. I need to figure out a better depth of field. Like what? Where's MG Photo when you need him? MG, are you here? Mistakes are good. All right, let's do another coat. Oh my gosh, not in focus. Thanks, Bob. I agree. I'm getting there. Now we have to figure out the camera situation. These are Reaper brushes, yeah. The Reaper Sable. Well, I'm using all of these different ones. Right now, I am. All right, well that's drying. I might need to do more pink. No, I think it might be okay. Linen white towards the edges. Were you saying you used linen white for all of the white parts, Kara? On this? On the pink? I might need to do another layer of pink, but I think it's okay. Yeah, just remember your cam autofocus sweet spot or set. Yeah, I need to figure. Or let's see if I can look at it real quick. All right. Let's go through the menus real quick. All right, hold on. It's still, why is this? I can't change the thing without getting up here. I'm just adjusting where the autofocus like square is, because it should autofocus on everything that's in that square on the camera. It might take a few rounds. Left number is the ratio of blush pink, right is linen. Try to apply, then glaze up the following mixes. It's good to prepare your palette in advance. Left number is ratio, okay. So you're slowly mixing blush pink and linen white and glazing over the pink base coat. And these are not glazing. You're just painting, right? You're layering. So you paint that color and then you wait for it to dry and then you keep going. So I'm going to try it on the ear. I'm going to try it on the ear. Okay. Okay. So we'll do 100% blush, so which is what we have. So then we'll do the 80-20. I'm going to try it on the ear. So 80% pink into 20% white. Linen white. And then, so I'm going to pre-mix it all. So then we'll do 60, 40, I'm just pre-mixing everything, right? All right. So we'll start here. I'm just going to do it right up here. I'm kind of doing some pseudo wet blending. Okay, I did pseudo wet blending here, I think. Oh my gosh, come on. I had it right. Okay, I think I have the right. I need to adjust where there's a square where it focuses, and I think it's right here. So, hold on, I'm gonna paint something on my palette real quick. I think it's right there. Right here? Yeah. I think it's right there. Okay. Okay, let's zoom in. So once this dries, whoop, you can see how it's wet. I might have done a little bit too much. It looks kind of all one color to me at the moment, but I'm curious as if it'll look different once it dries. On the camera it does. In person it looks just like a white glaze that I put on it to me. It kind of looks like it got blended all into one color. Maybe my ratios were off. Once you add more of the higher ratios. The higher ratios meaning 80-20. You build up to them. You build up to them. I mean, it looks pretty decent in person. It still looks a little wet on the top. So now I need to do the higher mix. And then that looks pretty good on camera to me with that gradient. And you kind of do that white towards all of the soft areas of the body, I'm assuming. That's what it seems like you did. Oops. Have a great afternoon, Turgeon. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Sorry about all the focus issues, but I'll get it fixed. Let's see here. So I'm gonna do this on like the palms and stuff. Yeah, I was trying to make it feel like the light was bouncing off the fur. So like her fur would be white. She has white fur? Or does she have pink fur? And the pink is coming from her cloth? Oh my gosh, I'm just out of focus again. I'm so sorry. What color did you use for the inside of the ears? It looks like some kind of burnt orange. I wonder if did you use the same color as the robes? Did you use burnt orange? Here, I'll pull it up here. For the ears. Sorry, I was very focused. uh, but yeah, sorry. Let's go back. Top down next. Wow, I was really focused there. She has punk rock pink towards the inner ears, then orange brown, then blonde hair, then sarin ray. Okay. Blonde hair, then sarin ray. That's what I thought. You did the same thing you did for the hem of the gold towards the inner ear. Oh, I see. Oh, dang, that sucks, Grey Mouser. Yeah, I pulled it up, Kara. So orange brown into blonde hair into sarin ray. What color is sarin ray? Or candlelight? I got candlelight. Let's get our oh, I still have orange brown on the palette. Look at this wet palette just staying wet. All right, sorry. Getting into position. $12. Thanks, Grey Mouser. I'm excited to continue painting, and obviously using stream as an excuse to paint, but also to learn and test out stuff for ReaperCon, because I think I'm gonna use this heavily at ReaperCon this year to have guest artists and all the painters come in and have this big painting area and use that as the streaming area as well, because at ReaperCon this year we're going to have a huge focus on paint. And you'll see why. But yeah, I want to set this up for 2 people. So I'm going to set this station up for 2 people. So have cameras on both. So you'll see both of us sitting here, both people, whoever they are, sitting here with cameras focusing on both of what they're painting. And then, yeah, so just have to adjust for people. All right, I'm going to do a blend of blonde hair with this orange brown. Do a blend of these 2 colors. I might have had too much paint on my brush. I think my brush was too wet there. Seems likely you're wrong. Wait, what? Oh, you're doing it wrong. I guess for the horn you did the same colors, right? Orange, brown into blonde hair. Dude, I never had any idea what was going on. Something got this far in life. All right, Candlelight, one of my favorite yellows. Listening to Anne earlier, she says that Candlelight's probably one of our highest, what'd she say, highest coverage yellows. So I like Candlelight so far. It's really good for highlights, like bright highlights mixed with other colors and stuff. I really like Candlelight. Candlelight yellow, Surf Aqua. All right, mix Candlelight yellow with blonde hair. All right, I'm gonna do a glaze of blonde hair, I think. Let's do this. God damn it. All right, let's check in on the white on the ears. From a distance, they look pretty good on the camera. In person, they look okay. I'm just looking at the ears. Hmm. Good luck, Quindy. Hopefully it's safe out there. Drive safe. Be careful. Does it look good on camera? How does it look different? No, I was just checking to see what it looks like on camera. Because in person it looks okay. It looks like I can bring the whites up a little bit, Here, let's zoom in. On the ears. Here. It looks a little blocky. I need to blend it a little bit better. But so I would glaze pink downwards and then lighter upwards. I'm really focusing right here, like on this ear. You're fine. I'm just slowly making my way through this slowly while I'm trying to focus on keeping in frame, etc. Where's my candlelight yellow? All right, I'm gonna do just base candlelight yellow. I think there's too much water in my brush or something. I feel like my paint's too wet. See, now that's might be a little bit too yellow in the ears. So once that dries, I'll probably glaze that down. It looks a little too bright. And so I'll glaze it into the orange again. Maybe I rotate the camera down again. I'm going to try doing that. I'm going to rotate it down slightly. All right. I moved the camera down a little bit. All right, let's do. Highlights on the horn. Let's start looking at that. Meh. All right. Why is the focusing have a hard time? What else could it be? Yeah, it's just trying to get the white lines. It's so frustrating. There we go. Or it's already 5:30. I need to think about drive home. I need to. I'm gonna glaze. My darker brown. I'm starting to fall apart. Where's my... do some more blending on the fur, or try to, at least. I need to use the brighter part of the pink. I think this painting position's a little bit better for me now that I moved the camera down. And it hits a little bit easier on the tops there. Glazing it up. Glazing it up. Where's my pure black? I might use brown liner. No, I'm gonna use pure black. Pure black. There it is. Got it. Can't wait to get the airbrush set up too. Once I get the airbrush set up, be able to do some zenithal priming. Shouldn't be too far off once I get that all set up, because it'll be really kind of nice because I'll have it set up over here to the side. So when I need to use it, I'll bring up a little box and then I'll use it inside the box. And then when I'm done, you just take the box away so we don't get paint everywhere. But I have the compressor and everything in here. I gotta connect all the hoses and get Daryl to show me how to use it. So Daryl will come over and show me how. I can ask some pointers from Mr. Janae, who's at Paint Club right now. What's up, Paint Club? And then I'll get the thing set up. That'd be really nice, especially because I think you can get I don't know, but getting a nice even coat with the airbrush on. Let me make sure. For base coating and stuff. Ooh, I was shaking a lot there at the end. I'm looking at Anne's freehand this morning. It looked really good on her piece. I know she started Sister Sophie today as well. So there it is. I'm not too happy with the blending on the inside of the ears. For some reason, it looks a little too bright to me. Or not too bright, but it just looks off for some reason. I think it's just because my blending is not like super good. It's very blocky blending wise. Not too happy about that one. About the ears. Whites will desaturate. I'm pretty pleased with those pants, though. They do look a little splotchy. I might need to glaze with this darker color again. There we go. I'm gonna hit this back up because I damaged my sleeve here. We'll retouch up the sleeve. Just touching up the sleeves again because I've gone over them a few times and messed them up in the shadows. Oh, the blends in there are not super great in the ears for me. I think I just need more white. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-dum, bum-bum-bum, ba-dum. Gotta get music set up in here too. Just low music to play in the background. All right, let's do some candlelight and just slowly getting those blends to come out. I'm looking at. Let's try to do. I'm gonna try to do some eyes real quick. Maybe not. I wonder, is there a way to do like a dark pink? If we take our blush pink and we darken it? Like maybe with like purple? Add clear magenta. Sorry. Wanted to add a little touch there. So I added Monarch Purple. I added Monarch Purple into the shadows. Added a little bit too much up here. But add a little bit too much up there. Constant blending. All right. I think I'm getting close to done with kind of what I wanted to do today. I've gone over by like 40 minutes, but that's okay. We're having fun. I really need to start highlighting or fixing the purple now because it's a little too dark and I haven't touched really any of it. Haven't touched the wings, probably won't. Still need to do a little bit more to the white and pink, I think. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna add some eyes because I'm a masochist. Let's see what I can do here. All right, so if she's like this, and let's put the eyes like in the center. There's my eyes, chat. Thoughts? I'm not super happy with the blends in the ears, but I think I can fix it. It's a little too sharp. On the screen, it looks really yellow, but in my hands, it looks a little bit more muted. And it looks very blocky. Like, if you look right here, that's where you can see where my lines are. Where, like, this is my orange brown, this is my yellow, this is my white. It's not blended very well. But, I'm pretty pleased with I think I should have base coated white. Like, I think I should have base coated white on the body because I think that's what you did, and then you built up the pink. I think I misunderstood, and I think I misunderstood. Instead of base coating, I base coated pink instead, so she's a little bit more pink. But I think if I base coated white, it would have been better. Oh no, you didn't base white. Did you base pink on yours? I guess I just haven't built up all the whites and stuff as much on her fur. Okay, so I just haven't built up the whites a lot. Oop, I got paint all over my brush. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Where's my runic purple? Runic purple. I'm gonna use runic purple as my highlight, I think, for my dress, her cloak, her dress. What are you sculpting out of green stuff, Kara, or is it a secret? Oh, diorama. I'm gonna water this down a little bit. All right. All right. I think I've done quite a bit today. Look at that. She's coming along. She's coming along. What do you think, Kara? All right. This will probably be where I end today for my quick little jaunt into starting the skin and stuff. I think I gotta build up the white a little bit more. Fix the ears a little bit. I mean, the ears look okay. I gotta fix that harsh line on the yellow, but it looks decent. I just gotta also add a little bit more white. Fix her feet. And then touch up the purple. Like, you can see I just try to do like a quick little glaze on the back here on the cloak, but I don't know the correct way to do a cloak like this. So a lot of miniatures have cloaks like where they're wavy. And obviously you don't want to just hit the highlights like I did here, because it just looks very bad. Like this looks bad to me. Slow build. But I'm still happy with what we did last time. I gotta fix some of the highlights. I think my highlights are a little bit too big on like the gold hem, but I think it looks good from like a decent distance away. Yeah, she's just a little too pink, I think. But yeah, overall, pretty pleased with how she's coming. Look at that. Pretty pleased. Also, I have a big bin of like bases. So I have a big bin of all the different sizes of these base boss like toppers. So can use these to like practice different techniques and stuff. So dry brushing. So like I think these will be good to try dry brushing, because I haven't done that a whole ton yet. Washing I think would be good. Like washing and dry brushing, we can practice with these on. Like this is pretty cool to practice some kind of sci-fi glowing things. I figured we could try. I think this might be good to practice blending on. With like lava and stuff like that, or water, different water effects, but lava in particular with oranges and yellows and things like that. So I think these might be good to practice like dry brushing and highlighting, things like that. Glowing, like I want to, eventually try some OSL stuff. So like there's a good round one of these that has like good texture. Are you talking about your letters that you sent via email? I'll get you your stuff. I saw it. I'm behind on my emails a little bit. I'll try to get to them tomorrow. So this one, I think it would be a fun idea to try once I get to the like glowing, trying OSL and stuff like that. I think like making these glow like a red or a green, like that's like a grate or something underneath would be kind of fun. Or like underneath these because they're a little bit bigger. Might be pretty fun. But so I have these. I have a whole bin of these to practice with. And then what else was there? I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. So I forgot. These are not available yet. They will be eventually. They're just not available yet. And there's all kinds of different sizes and shapes and stuff. Like here's a hexagon lava base. But I'm gonna be using them for practice, so I think that'll be good to practice with. So I found these. I have the airbrush in here. I'm gonna try to get it set up soon. And then I'm gonna work on probably finding another lens or something like the one that Luca uses, which is amazing. So, but I don't know if that lens works with Canon cameras, or trying to figure out another way of doing this. I just need I'm dumb and I need to figure out my depth of field. So, need to figure that out. My tattoo's healing good, not peeling too much. I'm just keeping it lotioned. Whack. Okay. All right, let's see who's on. I went a little late today. I didn't expect to stream this long, but hey, it is what it is. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for helping me. I appreciate it, anybody, for all your advice and help. So I appreciate it. Let's see. Darling Creepshow's on. That's right, Darling. Darling Creepshow. All right. I'll see you for Reaper Live tomorrow. Yeah. I might do some painting while I wait for Reaper Live to start. Who knows? I don't know if I'll be live, but I'll probably just sit over here and paint while we wait for Reaper Live. Okay. Oh, really quick. With this wet palette, what should I do with it? Like, how should I clean it and take care of it? I know you're like, keep the sponge dry, or do I take it out, or what do I do here? To save it, fridge. So you put this in the fridge to keep it cold? Okay, squeeze it out. Okay. To dry it, so you squeeze out the sponge and then cover. Okay. It'll stay wet and not moldy. All right. So squeeze it out and then cover it and throw this away. Okay. Okay, so just squeeze it out. Okay. And just let it air dry. Okay. Ooh, don't want to get paint on you. Sorry. All right. We're going to be raiding Darling. Tell her I said what's up. Oop, I misspelled it. Darling. Creep Show. I don't know what she's painting, but there you go. All right. Started the raid. I'm going to go dry this off and clean it up and make sure that it doesn't go bad. Clean my brushes and keep them dry. All right, bye-bye. Thanks.
Of our highlights and give him a little bit of texture with it.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Who's there?